Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you got some tea or coffee and will join me as I today am talking about my experiences as an au pair so far through the use of memes. A few weeks ago I stumbled across this awesome Instagram account called the Au Pair Bible, and it was started by a former au pair named Anna who I had the pleasure of messaging with, and she's super sweet and very kind, and she's a former au pair. She lived in Italy from what I understand, and so she just started making these memes about what it's like to be an au pair, and every time I look at them I laugh out loud because they are so true. They're very accurate. If you're thinking about being an au pair, I would suggest following her for some comedic relief. If you are an au pair, definitely follow her. I can't tell you how many times her memes have brightened my day. And I think the reason why they brighten my day is simply knowing that I'm not the only one who's gone through some of these things, and that, it's not just me. There's hundreds of us out there, thousands of us out there, former au pairs, current au pairs, and we have a special and kind of unique community. And so, as I was talking with Anna, she actually shared with me that she is trying to start a website to connect everyone through their blogs or their vlogs or their websites or Instagram or Snapchat accounts. Yeah, and so currently the Au Pair Bible has an Instagram account and a Snapchat account from what I understand. I just recently read on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Anna's having people, different au pairs from all over the world, take over the Snapchat account, so you can kind of see what a day in the life is like for maybe somebody. I think they did one recently from a girl in Italy. I might do one for here from Germany, which I think would be really fun. So yeah, so definitely check those out. Again, it's the Au Pair Bible is the name of both of those accounts. And so I thought I would today spend some time just sharing some stories, some funny things that have happened to me as an au pair through these memes, because they are very true and very realistic for what it's like to be an au pair. So here we go. Okay, so this meme is so true. Your first week au pairing compared to 3 months in. I think this meme is hilarious because it's so true. I remember just the first few weeks I was here feeling so scattered and so unsure about what I was doing, about what was happening in the house, if I was doing the laundry right. One of the big things that I struggled with and still sometimes struggle with is helping my host mom with laundry, because I help do the children's laundry mostly, but at first, she expected me to just take over the laundry responsibilities during the week, and my problem was I had no idea what the settings on the washing machine meant. Yeah, so sometimes that kind of stuff is a little bit challenging, because also I think within the first month, one of the kids got seriously hurt while they were with me. Not seriously, like she didn't have to go to the hospital, and I was like instantly like, oh my gosh, they're gonna fire me, they're gonna send me home, like their child has gotten hurt, and everything was fine. For future au pairs or current au pairs, if you're in the very beginning or you're about to leave, know that the first few months are going to be crazy. You're probably gonna cry, it's going to suck, but after the first few months go by, you'll be fine. So stick with it, you can do it. Okay, so this next one I also think is really funny. It's when your host kid has a better wardrobe than you. I cannot tell you how many times I've thought this when I've gone through their closets or folded their laundry. They have such cute clothes, and I feel like a slob all the time. And that's just part of life as an au pair. You can't bring everything with you. You don't have a lot of money to buy clothes. So you just wear what you have and you deal with it. Okay, so the next one, this one's really funny too. Trying to get your host kids to stop from crying. I remember the first time, some of the first weeks that I was here, and you don't know your kids very well. You don't know, what they need from you, how to calm them down. Sometimes that takes a conversation with their parents to talk about what happened, what you did, if they have any suggestions. But I know, like for me, definitely figuring out your kids. I think this post in general is more to, maybe not to do with just trying to get them to calm down, but just figuring out how to work with your kids, because that can be really challenging. So stick with it, you got it. Okay, so on the flip side, although your kids may be screaming and crying, there are times when they are super sweet and they tell you that they love you. And this one just made me cry and laugh out loud because it's so true. When your host kids tell you that they love you for the first time, it is literally the most heartwarming and sweetest thing on the planet. I remember when the 6-year-old started telling me that she loved me and that I was a part of her family, and it got a little weird because she started saying that I was like their sister and like their parents were my parents. So anyways, it got a little weird. That was a little weird. But nonetheless, it was still really sweet and just so cute. And you know, you create a bond with these kids. Okay, so this started like right away with my kids. My host kids knew me before I came, so it's really funny to me how quickly they just want to be with me and they want to spend lots of time with me. And that's really great. However, there's also like this balance of needing some time alone, away from your kids, and the balance of figuring out what's work time and what's free time. So for me, like, I always feel like when the kids come to my door, I'm like, oh no, like, especially on the weekends if I'm here, or like, and it's not that I don't want to be with them, it's just they don't realize that when I'm with them, it feels like work, and it's not just fun and play. So one thing for me that I found is I just need to get away from the house if I want to have complete free time. Yeah, but even yesterday, like, one of my kids came and didn't knock on the door and just like cracked the door and then realized they didn't knock. And so then I was just like, what's going on? Like, who's coming in my room? Okay, so this kind of correlates with the last one, but yeah, whenever I have the chance to leave or get out of the house or be away from them or even go upstairs for like my evening, I'm always just like, see you later, peace out. You know, I love them. I love, spending time with them. But like I said, there also has to be an element of work time and play time. For me, I need time off, and so usually I have my evenings completely free, and typically I have my weekends completely free as well. So Saturday and Sunday I'm generally not obligated to be here, which is really awesome. And okay, again, these kind of all go together, but it's Harry Potter when you finish work for the day. Yeah, basically I just go in my room, I try to make as little noise as possible, and I'm just alone. And I pretend that no one's there and no one's around. Sometimes that's really frustrating. But yeah, definitely feel like I just go to my bedroom and don't exist anymore. Okay, I love this. I love this of Kristen Wiig. I think it's so funny. It's very true. As an au pair, you make no money. I think it depends on what country you're in, though. From what I understand, I think if you're an au pair in America, you can make a pretty decent amount of money. I haven't looked into that, so correct me if I'm wrong. If you're an au pair in America and it's quite different than I think it is, let me know. But definitely in Europe, they just don't pay as much. And the problem is that you're paid through your living expenses, and that's great, but living in Europe I think is more expensive than living in the US, depending on where you live, of course. I just always feel like, I'm poor. And I'm really not. Like, I'm fine, but it's just, it's hard because you don't want to spend every night, and every day here at your host family's house, and you want to be able to go out and go with your friends, but you also want to be able to travel. And so there's definitely a balance that you have to find with managing your money. And also, I have really great friends who take care of me. Shout out to those of you who help take care of me. And yeah, just love on me through, having me over for dinner or buying stuff at the U.S. military base for me. Yeah, you guys know who you are, so thanks for taking care of me. I really appreciate it. Okay, trying to motivate your host kids. Kids, I love them to death. Do not get me wrong. I want to spend my life working with kids, but getting kids to do menial tasks like cleaning up or getting dressed or making something, oh my gosh, it can take hours. Literally, it can take forever. Trying to motivate them and get them moving is like really hard, but also like trying to make things fun is like really important. So like sometimes I try to make a game out of whatever we're doing, or it's just do whatever you have to do to get them to do what you want them to do. Okay, first of all, I love the movie Titanic, so when I saw this, I was laughing out loud. But it is so true. The thing that's funny about this is like when your host kids have their friends over, just let them go. The thing that I've learned is they don't want your presence to be around anyways, so just let them go and play and use that time to be by yourself. Unless they yell for me or they need me or I hear one of them screaming like they're dying, I'm just gonna let them be. Just let them be. Okay, so this one is like really funny. On a bad day, when you're having a bad day, it's like, oh, why am I doing this? Actually, last night my mom said to me, like, are you glad that you became an au pair? And I said, yeah, I mean, when I look back, like, there have been moments where I'm like, I want to go home now. Like, there have been moments where I'm like, I don't think I can do this. But in the end, like, I've been here for 9.5 months, and I'm really glad that I did this. I mean, I've gotten to travel a lot more in Europe. I've gotten to meet some really great people, to befriend some awesome people, and, you know, just have some experiences that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't lived here. You know, I guess my encouragement is if you're having a bad day, it's gonna be okay. You can get through it. Like, this is just one day in the 350-ish days you're probably gonna have with your host family. And so I really just encourage you. I think the thing that has helped me personally is to make friends. Try to find an au pair club. My city has a huge au pair club, and and they have events and they have things every week going on that au pairs can go to. So there's tons of ways that you can make friends and spend time with people. So do that. So this one's a little bit hard. This is going to happen. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you this. This is going to happen if you're gonna be an au pair. This will happen. If you already have been an au pair, you already know that this happens. When you make a mistake and your host mom tells you off. So I cannot tell you how many times I felt like I've been told off or reprimanded for something that I didn't really feel like was appropriate to be reprimanded for, or just felt like was a really silly thing to like say to me and just made me really angry. And you know, the thing is, like, you're living in someone else's house. You are taking care of their children, you're taking care of their house, of their things, and so you have to kind of remember that you're in their world, in a sense. You know, the thing is like, sometimes I've wanted to say this exact same thing to my host mom, like, I'm a human being, I make mistakes, like, I'm sorry. Forgive yourself, forgive them. If it turns into a really big thing where you just can't stand it, you know, talk to them about it. Whatever you're feeling, share it with them, because I think it's really important. And in fact, I haven't done that enough. Yeah, don't let it bug you. Don't let it just, you know, get on your nerves constantly. Just forgive and move on and keep going. It's okay. You'll get through it. Everyone does this. This is in all relationships. You're never going to have a perfect relationship. Same thing with in a marriage, same thing in a friendship. You get mad at your friends, right? You get mad at your boyfriend or your girlfriend, right? Yeah, we all do. It's the same thing. We're all humans. So anyways, that's my word of advice. Forgive, move on. Thank you so much for letting me chat. I hope you enjoyed your coffee or tea. I really enjoyed my tea today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my stories of being an au pair. If you have any other stories that are related to these memes or other memes, I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you have just funny stories about being an au pair or anything like that, I'd love to hear it. If you have questions about any of this stuff or about being an au pair at all, please comment. I would love to help you. Figure out if this is the right thing for you, or just talk about my experience more. So thanks again. Shout out to Au Pair Bible on Instagram and Snapchat for letting me use your memes. It's been super great. Thanks, Anna. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Check back soon for more vlogs. I'm going away this weekend, so to the Alps. So there will be some awesome video and movies from the Alps. So check back soon. See you guys. Bye.